It's funny how we live in a world that's so connected, yet when it comes to women's health, we often find ourselves trapped in this thick fog of silence. I mean, have you ever noticed how many topics around women's health are just not talked about? It's like we've all agreed to tiptoe around these subjects, whispering in hushed tones, as if saying the words out loud would somehow make them more real, more daunting. But here's the thing, ignoring these issues doesn't make them disappear. In fact, it just amplifies the stigma, leaving women feeling isolated, confused, and often ashamed. So, let's shatter that silence together, shall we? First off, let's talk about menstruation. Yes, menstruation. It's a natural part of life for half the population, yet we still treat it like it's some dirty secret. I mean, how many of us have been in a public restroom, desperately trying to discreetly open a pad or tampon, hoping no one hears that crinkling sound? Why? It's just a product for a natural process. We need to normalize conversations about periods. Let's talk about the fact that they can be painful, irregular, and sometimes just downright inconvenient. Why don't we share those experiences? When we do, we realize we're not alone. We're part of a community of women who understand what it's like to be in pain or to feel embarrassed about something that happens every month. And then there's pregnancy and childbirth. Oh boy, the romanticized version we see in movies is just that, a movie. The reality is often filled with anxiety, uncertainty, and a whole lot of physical changes that nobody warns you about. Postpartum depression. It's real and it's common, yet so many women suffer in silence. Why don't we talk about it? Why don't we create a safe space where women can share their struggles, fears, and triumphs? Instead of feeling like we have to put on a brave face and pretend everything is perfect, let's embrace the messiness of it all. Motherhood is beautiful, but it's also hard. Let's support each other through that journey, instead of shaming women for not having it all figured out. And what about menopause? Oh, the word itself sends shivers down spines, doesn't it? But guess what? It's a natural transition that every woman will go through. Yet we act like it's some big, scary monster lurking in the shadows. Hot flashes, mood swings, weight gain. These are all parts of the journey. Yet so many women feel like they have to suffer in silence, as if admitting they're going through menopause somehow makes them less of a woman. Let's change that narrative. Let's talk about what to expect, how to cope, and how to reclaim our power during this phase of life. And let's not forget about reproductive health issues, PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids. These are conditions that affect millions of women, yet they are often misunderstood or misdiagnosed. How many times have we brushed off our pain as just part of being a woman? It's time to stop. We need to advocate for ourselves and for one another. We need to educate ourselves about our bodies and demand better care from our healthcare providers. When we share our stories, we raise awareness, and when we raise awareness, we empower others to seek help. I know. You might be thinking, but what can I do? Well, it starts with us. It starts with having conversations, sharing our experiences, and being open about our health. Use your social media platforms to raise awareness. Share articles, personal stories, and resources. Create a community where women can feel safe discussing their health without fear of judgment. Let's break the stigma surrounding women's health. Let's create a culture where we can talk about our bodies, our struggles, and our triumphs openly and honestly. Because when we shatter the silence, we empower not just ourselves, but generations of women to come. So let's get talking. Let's embrace the mess, the beauty, and everything in between. After all, our health is not just a personal issue, it's a collective one. And together, we can make a difference.